It's bad strategy. You just wanted attention. You were being an attention whore. And so because your basketball couldn't do it, you went to other things. It's like a kid that can't get attention from its parents. They start acting out. They'll do anything I'll start skipping school. I'll start smoking marijuana.
Angel Reese has ruined her career, and it's a huge mess. She went from a rising WNBA star to a full-blown scandal so fast. It's almost surprising how quickly everything fell apart. Angel Reese's boldness has taken a turn for the worse. Her revealing outfits are drawing harsh criticism online. Once a promising basketball player, she's now seen as someone chasing attention. Her reputation has taken a hit at record speed.
Angel Reese, which is absolutely ridiculous, and let's talk about how ridiculous it is.
She tried everything to outshine Caitlin Clark, taunting her, but failed every time. Now Reese has resorted to selling herself out, and it's more tragic than anything else. No player in WNBA history has stooped this low.
In my view, if she doesn't clean up her behavior, she's going to be part of the problem.
If she doesn't clean up her act soon, she'll be adding to the problem. Instead of dominating on the court, she's trying to dominate Instagram with embarrassing fashion choices. These aren't empowering or classy looks. They're desperate outfits that seem like they came from a bargain bin of bad decisions. To make things worse, there's also her recent steroid scandal. It seems thinking things through is still beyond her. Reese keeps digging her own grave, and by now, she's far too deep to climb out.
A woman that rebounds and shows up half-naked to games,
The recent Sports Illustrated cover was the last straw. You can almost hear the fans and even other athletes sigh in frustration. People aren't shocked anymore. They're just tired of seeing how far she's willing to go to stay in the spotlight. She used to be celebrated for her skills, but now people are just wondering how long it'll be before she fades into irrelevance. At this rate, that's exactly where she's headed. Instead of showcasing her basketball talent, Reese is showing skin, and it's backfiring. Everyone's trolling her. Fans are disappointed, calling her what she's become, a walking publicity stunt.
What are we doing here, America? This woman wants WNBA arenas so she can groom children in peace. How dare you come and violate the mini pride parade that had been going on in WNBA arenas?
The see-through outfit that went viral for all the wrong reasons left people more embarrassed than angry. Some joked it looked like the wearer had lost a fight with a pair of scissors, and honestly,
I do think that some of this drama, and she started some of it, to be fair,
this isn't empowerment. It's a desperate grab for attention, costing her reputation, respect, and career for a few extra likes and comments. The worst part? It's not just a one-time slip-up. She seems determined to continue down this self-destructive path, leaving people genuinely puzzled. Why would someone with her talent, someone destined to become a household name in sports, choose to throw it all away like this? Reese had the chance to be remembered as one of the WNBA's greats. She was an all-star in 2024 for crying out loud, but now, all people talk about are her outfits that look like they were made by someone who hates clothes. Her basketball skills are taking a back seat to this mess, and it's honestly sad.
Addiction is real. The addiction to attention is real.
The hypocrisy reached a new level during the AI nude scandal. Reese played the victim, complaining about privacy and being objectified. But seriously, has anyone seen her Instagram? She's practically running a look at me contest, posting more revealing photos of herself.
In my view, if she doesn't clean up her behavior, she's going to be part of the problem.
It's like she's asking for attention and then acts surprised when it backfires. Some people called her brave, but most saw what she was really doing. Fans quickly called her a hypocrite, and they're not wrong. You can't show off on Instagram all the time and then be upset when something like this happens. With over 2 million followers by August 2023, she's loving the attention, but it's costing her a lot. Every time Reese pulls one of these stunts, her credibility drops even more. No one's talking about her basketball skills anymore. They're focused on how she's become a walking publicity machine. Now look at athletes like Caitlin Clark and Aja Wilson. These women make headlines for their real achievements in basketball. Caitlin is Rookie of the Year, and Wilson is a WNBA MVP. Neither of them has had to lower themselves like Reese to get attention. They let their talent speak for itself. But Reese, she's treating her career like a joke, turning herself into a spectacle while the real athletes are out there earning respect the right way by being great at what they do. Since then, instead of growing into a serious athlete, Reese has chosen to play the media game, and it's clearly not working for her.
Right on cue, she heard you. Angel Reese with her first field goal of this game. Wide open lane for Kateri. Pull, she misses. 1.2 on the shot clock for LSU. Just throw it up for Angel Reese.
Reese isn't just ruining her image, she's bringing the WNBA down with her. What could have been a career full of promise has turned into one scandal after another. Remember her LSU days in 2023? She got famous for trash-talking Caitlin Clark, which, let's be real, was the start of this constant need for attention. Her recent involvement with the 3-on-3 Women's Basketball League could have been a turning point. The league is paying an average of $250,000 with 45 games on TNT Sports. A big deal for women's basketball. It was the perfect opportunity to build excitement and elevate the sport. But, as usual, Reese managed to bring it all down with her behavior. And let's not forget that infamous Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover. If anyone thought Reese would finally start focusing on her basketball career, this was proof that we were all wrong. She's out there on the cover in an outfit that has absolutely nothing to do with basketball and everything to do with cheap, desperate publicity. Fans have had enough, they're frustrated, and who can blame them? Instead of contributing to something positive, Reese is once again making it all about herself. At this point, it's just pathetic.
Hawaii is a bit outmatched as the 14 seed. Another rejection, that's the third. Hawaii, though, does have a win against this program, so they split the two prior meetings a while ago. This ball is still free underneath. Reese says, I'll grab it. She remains out there. Tough player.
Meanwhile, Clark, who's proven time and again that she's one of the top athletes in the sport, is overshadowed by Reese's ridiculous antics. It's a slap in the face to anyone who cares about women's basketball. At this point, Angel Reese isn't just hurting her own career, she's dragging down the WNBA with her. The sport deserves better than this. It deserves athletes who are known for their skills, not for how much attention they can grab with their ridiculous antics.
Her coach and you care about her, you're not doing this. You shouldn't be making the focus another statistic. You shouldn't be making the focus another fake something.
Angel Reese's journey in the WNBA has taken a dramatic turn. The league has handed down a lifetime suspension to the young star for using steroids, sending shockwaves through the basketball world. This isn't just a rumor for Reese. It's a decision that could end her career, and people can't stop talking about it.
Well, you knew they were going to come for you. You had to know that. Now, to the degree that they're doing so, I get where you're coming from. You had a decisive advantage because they made the mistake of letting you know who they are, whoever those people are. That's not the case with all. It's not the case with most. But those who screech the loudest get the most attention sometimes. And that's what the worst of cynics and critics.
Let's break down what happened. Reese, at just 22 years old, was caught using performance-enhancing drugs. Now she's blaming her coach, Teresa Weatherspoon, claiming it was all Weatherspoon's idea.
Sports figures, are you kidding me? A woman that rebounds and shows up half naked to games? They're just, anyway, there's so much I want. Just start with the sports.
But here's the thing. At 22, Reese is well past the age where she can claim ignorance. She's a professional athlete who should know the rules inside and out.
You shouldn't be doing that. You're hurting her and then you're hurting your other players.
This case is different because the punishment is much harsher than usual. Normally, when professional athletes are caught using steroids, they get suspended for 20 games or maybe a season. But a lifetime ban? That's extremely rare. It shows how seriously the WNBA is treating this violation. Let's look back at 2017. NBA player Joakim Noah tested positive for a banned substance and received a 20-game suspension. He served his time and came back to play. Reese won't get that chance. Her career in the WNBA was over before it really began.
Caitlin Clark showed up, and this is proof that her life is 10 times as hard as, to get the same credit.
People were actually watching her play basketball, so that added stress of the much bigger audience certainly came into play. I don't want to say scrutiny, but coverage is another way of lowering the bar. And I'm going to say this again. This is a Confucius mantra. The standards they set for you is what they really think of you.
So why did Reese take such a massive risk? It all comes down to one name, Caitlin Clark. When Reese joined the Chicago Sky, she was hyped as the next big thing in women's basketball. But Clark was out there breaking records left and right, dominating the league in her rookie season.
Since the Marina Mabrey trade, and she has stepped up her game in that opportunity. Caitlin Clark for three, rattles it around for her first deep shot.
Well, she's definitely...
Reese, on the other hand, was struggling to make an impact.
And that's what makes Caitlin Clark so dangerous. That's what makes Caitlin Clark worthy of destruction.
The pressure to keep up with Clark's amazing performance must have been overwhelming. Reese was barely hitting double digits in half of her first 10 games, and the constant harsh comparisons to Clark made it even worse. Feeling the need to stay competitive, Reese made the terrible decision to use steroids for an edge.
You just wanted attention. You were being an attention whore. And so because your basketball couldn't do it, you went to other things. It's like a kid that can't get attention from its parents. They start acting out.
Even with the performance-enhancing drugs, Reese still couldn't match Clark's success.
Look, I think it's a blessing and a curse because, sometimes you look at, well, Caitlin Clark got her team pro. That's different. You can't judge your team's success by somebody else's success. I don't know what they were expecting.
Clark was out there scoring 761 points in her rookie season, all while staying clear of any controversy. Reese, despite the artificial boost, still needed to catch up.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. I saw that spoon, Teresa Witherspoon. She was a WNBA player, unbelievable player. She got terminated today from the Chicago Sky. I don't understand that decision.
This scandal isn't just about Reese. Her coach, Teresa Weatherspoon, is in trouble too. Weatherspoon has been suspended, accused not only of ignoring Reese's steroid use, but actually supporting it. Instead of focusing on proper training and strategy to help Reese improve, Weatherspoon allegedly backed the idea to juice her up. This is a huge downfall for Weatherspoon. Once a respected figure in women's basketball, she's now caught in one of the WNBA's biggest scandals. Her choice to put Reese ahead of the rest of the team has completely backfired.
Chicago Sky said goodbye to Teresa Weatherspoon, saying that it was time to, quote, make a change. And that change meant that Teresa Weatherspoon had to make her exit.
The impact of this scandal goes beyond just Reese and Weatherspoon. It has affected the entire Chicago Sky team. Before the Olympic break, the team was doing well in the league. But after the break, when Reese's steroid use was likely at its peak, the team's performance dropped sharply. They finished the season with a disappointing 13-27 record, far below what fans and analysts had hoped for. The Chicago Sky organization isn't taking this lying down. They've filed a lawsuit against Reese, accusing her of more than just breaking league rules. According to the Sky, Reese's actions tanked their playoff hopes and destroyed team morale. They claim that her steroid use didn't boost the team's performance. This lawsuit reveals a locker room in complete chaos. Players were frustrated, the team chemistry was shattered, and trust had completely fallen apart. The Sky went from being a united team to a group of individuals simply going through the motions, all because of the actions of one player and her enabling coach. The impact on the WNBA as a whole can't be overstated. The league has been fighting hard for more visibility and respect, trying to grow its fan base and step out of the NBA's shadow. A scandal of this magnitude threatens to undo years of progress. It raises questions about the league's ability to police its players and maintain the integrity of the game.
You're a coach and you care about her. You're not doing this. You shouldn't be making the focus another statistic. You shouldn't be making the focus another fake something.
Weatherspoon's reputation has been completely ruined. As a coach, her role was to develop talent, create a strong team, and maintain the integrity of the game. Instead, she's accused of enabling one of the biggest violations in sports. Her suspension sends a clear message from the WNBA that this kind of behavior won't be tolerated no matter who you are. This scandal has caused a big argument. Some people think Reese's punishment is too tough, while others say it's right to stop athletes from cheating. It's not just about Reese and her coach, but also about fairness in sports. Young athletes, especially